What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Spyder Ninja Gaming. We're here with Minecraft Dungeon Spooky Fall Event. This is Apocalypse Plus that we're looking at today. We're going to be looking a little bit at the Halloween daily trials as well, those Spooky Fall trials. Main thing we want to cover is Apocalypse Plus, how to utilize it, what to watch out for. I got some warnings for you, so stay tuned for that. One thing I want to point out to you here is, okay, so I've got this going in. Hold on, let's roll over. I'm just gonna throw this in right now. So we've got Renegade Armor. I already boosted this a little bit. I'll share some details with you on that. Okay, so I'm gonna throw that in. It's costing me $9.25, so that's a little bit of emeralds for some people. One thing I want to take note for you. Let's throw in a lower level item here. Just for demonstration purposes, throw in one that's just like common or whatever. Okay, so Deathcap Mushroom. Actually, I'm gonna throw in I have a 111 one. Here we go. So this is okay. So that's 1,075. Good grief! But I'm gonna throw that in there, and I want you to pay attention to something. So read the description here. So this is one of three. Okay, 03 missions 1. So 03 missions 1 on Apocalypse Plus difficulty. So if you are not doing Apocalypse Plus, you are not gonna get this out of the blacksmith. Like it's gonna sit there for forever until you do Apocalypse Plus difficulty. Whereas this right here, missions 1 on Apocalypse difficulty. So that one you can do on Apocalypse. You can do on Apocalypse level 1 if you want. These ones you can do on the lowest level of Apocalypse Plus. Going through the spooky trial events, unless and until you have played on Apocalypse Plus, those will not count for Apocalypse Plus difficulty because they're originally just Apocalypse level still. That's something I also want to cover as we swing over this way. So when we get in here, before you go to Apocalypse Plus, I was going to show you all this like right off the bat, like without going to Apocalypse Plus myself, and we were going to do this all together. I will say that this didn't look like this until I did Apocalypse Plus. So I experimented a little bit on Apocalypse Plus. I had it on video, and this level actually took me out. So I'll be covering how to deal with all that in a upcoming video. But you can see all the additions there now. One thing I do want to point out, there was a question that was asked about reroll for rares 1 times or whatever times, and what does that mean? Okay, so reroll for rares. So we got to think about our items. So we get common items, we get rare items, and we get unique items. So that reroll for rares is basically a multiplier of what it's gonna, like the chance that we have for getting rares through the level. So if we had like reroll chance of like 10, reroll for rares of 10, then we're looking at a greater chance of getting rares during the level. Still looking at this. Okay, so we went up this far, so Apocalypse Plus 8. So at that point, where reroll for rares are 2 times. And so something that I want to show you, you're going to want to, if you're doing Apocalypse Plus and you're wanting to get to those high difficulties, because once you start it, there's no real turning back. So if you started it and then all of a sudden you're getting hammered on your spooky trial events, I'm sorry for you. I'm in the same boat now. So I got to upgrade the armors, got to upgrade the items. So we can have some kind of a chance. So when you throw them in here, Apocalypse Plus, I'm going to show you how to go through real quick and just upgrade as fast as possible. So I've gone up to plus 8 now. So we're going to start on Apocalypse Plus 8 here. And when we get cruising in here, the reason I'm going to this level is because, well, we no longer, I don't know if you noticed, I think I mentioned it in a different video, but we can't actually access the Squid Coast now. So the Squid Coast was a great way to go through and just boost your blacksmith items. You could throw something in there, do some real quick runs through, and you're good to go. That's all there is to it. They have taken that away from us. A little tear here. So now we're going to have to get a little bit more creative. My personal pick here, if you have previously watched my speedrun, my ultimate speedrun challenge, you can see that I was actually able to beat this level in just over 2 minutes. So I can beat it actually in under 2 minutes if I'm like really screaming for it on a regular basis. Now it's a little bit different. Yeah, you get hammered pretty good right there if you get stuck in some cows. So what we're gonna want to do is just boost through. You're gonna want to ghost cloak where you can. I don't think I'm actually geared up for this properly. I think I'm gonna have to actually revisit and go full ghost cloak with this for this technique to actually work. Because I don't really want to spend the time. I don't want to spend the time fighting. I want my armor. I want to upgrade. So probably be better if you would change to all ghost cloak if you have that available. If not, you know, you're gonna have to just fight your way through it. And everything's accelerated. I mean, look at these cows like zipping over towards me. It's madness, people. Everything's madness now. I think they even have chance to revive now. It was mentioned to me. I believe it was Lewis One Eyeball mentioned that that's why we have the once you take out an enemy, you know, like in one of my previous videos there, I think it was first look at Spooky Falls. The Spooky Fall event is when you take out an enemy, they just keep like you keep getting that hit effect, like they're still there and you're still fighting them. Reason being is because they have a chance to revive. Essentially, that's now a possibility. So keep that in mind if you're taking them out and you're just trying to walk away from them. But anyway, either way, so there we go. We walked through that pretty fast. I got my other gear fairly at the ready to go. Oh, this one disappeared a little bit from me. And then I want a second mushroom to go take on the mushroom monstrosity with as well. And again, what we're doing here, we're just trying to boost up our level. We're wanting to get to Apocalypse level 20 as fast as possible, so we can boost our gear as much as possible, as quickly as possible. And for me personally, this is the way that I've found to be best. If you have a difficulty with fighting the mushroom monstrosity yourself, then you can always do Archhaven. It's a little bit tougher to do in my opinion personally. That's another option if you have it unlocked. It's a fairly short level. There's also the Soggy Cave is a pretty good one to try out. It might be a little tougher now with the Apocalypse difficulty, the Apocalypse Plus. And if you wanna speed things up just a little bit further, again, like getting those higher items to start, you're gonna want to go and do your quick swaps at the end of the level. So we're gonna change up to our highest gear here before we exit the level. I know I've shown you this. Let's see, we have a 121 enchanted grass that we got before. We got a 119 here, and our pumpkin at 120. Now we're at power level 120 there. And we exit the level, we have a better chance at getting higher numbers for our power level item. And then we can just kind of rinse and repeat. We go in, we beat that level again. We'll get another mark closer to retrieving our stuff from the blacksmith. And we'll also be able to boost our Apocalypse difficulty level higher, which will then also avail the higher levels to be attained just altogether for anything you go through. 120 grass, you aren't helping me out here. I figure it should have been higher. I didn't get lucky on that one. we're gonna see. We're just gonna go over, do some quick checks here. Always check for some good items. And there we go. We have one more mark on all of these. And again, that's Apocalypse Plus stuff. And when we go back to the level now, so we go back here. That is, let's see, did I change that up? 3.8. Okay, so reroll for rares. That's 2 times now, where it was 1, I believe. So I think they changed everything up since I went and completed that level. So it seems that they keep adapting the difficulty as you progress. And now here we have Apocalypse Plus 10. So I'm just gonna cruise through this one more time for you. I'm gonna have to make those adjustments towards the beginning of the level. Gonna zip on through it, and at this point, I'm just gonna fast forward it for you and show you the end results. Alright, so we did some run-through stuff, ended up having some difficulty when we got to a certain point. Going through this got insane once we got up to 12 here. So everything is like just gonna one-hit kill me. So I ended up having some struggles there. I will try some more stuff in a minute. But the thing to take note of is we just want to get the level up. We want to level up our armor here. So we've done that. So then we've completed the Apocalypse stuff for that. You can always just do some lower level completion once you've got up to whatever point you're able to get to. So get to whatever point you can get to as far as for the height of your Apocalypse Plus leveling. So I'm up to 12 currently, and my character's just having a lot of struggles now. So I have some upgraded armor here. So this is 128 to 131 that we're possibly going to get. So we're going to get somewhere in between there when we collect this item. It went in at 120, and we're coming out at 128 to 131. So let's check it out. Okay, we got 128. That seems to be what it's doing to me lately, even though this time I went in and I made sure I was at the highest level I've come to so far, which is power 123. So we're going to go grab this mushroom, see what we get. This is between 124 to 130. And we got 125, so there's one better than the bottom that could have been. So that's pretty cool though, because we put it in at I believe it was 111, so we went up 14 levels. Let's see what that actually translates into. 14.5 second duration versus a 113. It's at 13.9. So we got an extra 0.6 difference there for that level. As far as the armor goes, we now have 13,000 health. And to do a rough comparison here, actually it's a pretty accurate comparison, going in at level 120 for this initially, it was at 9,100, and I think it was like maybe 26, something like that. So just a little more health than this has, and now we're looking at 12,975. So we're going to need to continue to boost that to have any hope of getting anywhere on the Apocalypse difficulties. So what I'm going to do now is, so it's 1,050 to upgrade this now. Actually, what I'm curious about doing though is I really want to level this guy. I really want to level this armor. So rather than use the one that I'm likely to use though, I'm going to go to my second copy here, and I'm going to throw this one in. So let's see how it goes with that. Actually, I'll just throw both of them in here. So you're going back in, pal. And, you know, just for the heck of it, I'm going to throw in this mushroom again, see what we can get for potential. And then other than that, I'm going to throw in the this Hungry Horror armor here and see where we go from 119. 1,200 to upgrade this bad boy. Sheesh. Okay, so again, Apocalypse Plus difficulty to upgrade that. And now, because it's at the high level, because it's exceeded the, I think, level 113, now it's at the Apocalypse Plus difficulty to upgrade this mushroom, Deathcap Mushroom, as well. Whereas before doing the Apocalypse Plus, it was just Apocalypse to upgrade it. It's Apocalypse Plus now to upgrade even this. And I'm actually going to head over to Archhaven and just we're gonna check this out. We're gonna try it at the 8 difficulty here, just to do a fair comparative, because I can beat the 8 difficulty on. Actually, I can beat the 10. So we'll do 10. So I can beat that on the Mushroom Monstrosity level. I haven't been able to do 12 yet. There's just too much going on there. So I'm gonna try this out and see how long this takes. See how much of a hassle it is. Versus doing the Mushroom Monstrosity level. I'm gonna see if I can kind of like more or less speed run it, but I know there's parts where you got to battle, so we'll just we'll see what they have to offer us for difficulty. I'm gonna go with that. So it's not gonna be like official speed run, because I have a feeling we're gonna need to kind of like try to fight out a little bit here and there. Otherwise, we're gonna just get on. Holy cow. I can't even take on one guy now. Jeez. Oh, he's got deflect. That's handy. I think I'm screwed on this guy. Oh, wow. Especially if I get stuck in a corner. Okay, so already just taking a look at that, I'm personally liking the look of doing the Mushroom Monstrosity stuff better. And I will at this point change over to actually, once I get past the gate here, I'll change over to speedrun stuff. Oh my gosh, more of them. Yeah, I can't even take on like a single guy here. Oh, he revived. You jerk. Okay, so yeah, this is nuts. Actually, I'm just gonna stop it right there, and I'm gonna say my personal recommendation. Just hit a little bit of a lower level until you're able to upgrade further, because there's just a lot going on here. If you can speed run it, that's great. But I'm gonna say the best technique for leveling, probably get to whatever level you're comfortable playing on, and then and then just keep doing that level while you go through and upgrade your stuff in the blacksmith shop. Just upgrade with the blacksmith until you get to some items where you're actually able to compete. Because with these guys chasing you down, yeah, see, I'm just gonna get them just like that. So not much I'm gonna be able to do on this level. Those guys are that's just too much. I'm gonna see if I can return to camp before I die. So again, hopefully you found this video very helpful. If you don't want to deal with the Apocalypse difficulty, the Apocalypse Plus difficulty on the Spooky Trial event, then if you haven't already tried Apocalypse Plus, don't do so, because that's going to mean that you're going to have to deal with that for the rest of the Spooky Trial event. And all your difficulties are going to be looking like this. You know, I mean, 2.7 difficulty here now. It started out before I was on Apocalypse Plus. It started out at 0.6. So I could have actually smashed through this. Now there's 4 times more enchanted mobs, 1.4 times mob damage, 1.7 times mob speed, 4.4 mob stagger resistance, and a 10% chance for mobs to revive. So we've got a whole slew of additional stuff to deal with, and if you're having trouble already, please don't use the Apocalypse Plus advancement technique until you've got good enough armor to deal with your Spooky Trial events, because it's going to be darn near impossible to beat otherwise. So hopefully you found that helpful. Please do give a like, subscribe to Spyder Ninja Gaming here, and I'll have some more tips and tricks, and I'll actually go through those missions for you here coming right up. Yeah, should get within that. Should get those within the day posted for you and out there for you to see how to do them. So thanks again for watching. Take care, everybody.